The final home game here tonight, your first season in Detroit. What did you learn about the fans and the passion for hockey in this city up close?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's not the last one of the season, but it's been pretty cool. Been playing here, I don't know, 5 years now or 6 years. Sometimes those years the building was a little dead, but you could see the spark in the building nowadays, and it's pretty cool to revive Hockey Town, as they say, and just give the city what they deserve and a good team.
What's the biggest priority for you guys over the next 2 games as far as on the ice is concerned?
Winning. I mean, at all costs. I mean, anything, every little board battle, every little thing matters right now for us. So, obviously, it's game 81 and 82. Your details should be, in check. And, I think for us, if we play our game and just do the things we're supposed to do, we should be good.
What kind of challenges does Montreal present on the ice for you guys?
Yeah, they're high potent, offense. They're freewheeling, and they're playing some pretty free hockey right now. I've been on teams like that in the past where, obviously there's nothing really to play for, but obviously there's always something to play for in the NHL. Guys are playing for jobs and whatnot. So I think for us, we're going to play our playoff-like hockey, and they're going to give us what they give us, and hopefully it'll be a good game.
What kind of emotions do you got going into tonight, Shayne? Is it kind of like excitement, or how do you describe it?
Definitely excited. I think our last 5 or 7 games or so, have been playoff-like atmospheres, and obviously a lot on the line too. So we're not going to change much. We're going to have the same approach, and obviously going to do whatever we can to get 2 points.
So many emotions in that Toronto game. Can you just talk about the resiliency this team's shown over this kind of last month and a half here?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously it was one of our better first periods, not our best second period, but again, we found a way to get 2 points. I think you could see it in our desperation out there in our celebrations, in the sense that how bad we want it. So we just got to keep going.
Shayne, what stood out to you most about Simon, seeing him up close so far?
Just didn't know how poised he was. Obviously saw him a little bit in preseason, but the kid coming up and playing heavy minutes like he is, and the way he's playing, he's leading our back end back there pretty good. And like I said, the poise. He's so so good for a big man, and I think for him, he's just going to get better.
You were a guy coming in that was leaned on really heavily early on, sitting next to him in the dressing room. You kind of talk to him kind of in between, give him little tips.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty even-keeled guy. He doesn't ask too much, doesn't say too much, but he goes out and does. So I think for me and him, we have a good, laughable relationship in the sense that we just joke around. I try to keep it even keel, but definitely if I see something he's doing, maybe just to simplify a little bit. But he's doing his thing. He's doing great.
I feel kind of strange to be that veteran guy now and stuff rather than a younger guy.
I guess so. I'm almost 31, so yeah, sure. Thanks, guys.
Last regular season home game here in your first season here. What have you learned about the fans playing for them for the first time?
Yeah, they've been awesome this year. I think it's been fun to play home games and have them behind us, and I'm sure today's going to be pretty loud too.
How important will they be tonight as far as giving you guys a boost from us?
Yeah, huge. I think they've been huge for us all year. I think we get that momentum push from them when they're loud, and tonight's a big game, so I'm expecting them to be pretty loud tonight.
Coming into the Penguins game, both Dylan and Newsy said it was going to be important for the top 6 to produce offensively over the last 2 games you guys have. What kind of a difference has it made in just the energy and the room itself?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a good push, but to win tonight, we're going to need everyone, and everyone doing their roles and whatever it may be. But like I said, tonight's going to be a big one for us, and to win, we're going to need up and down the lineup, everyone doing the right things and playing the right way.
What makes the Canadians dangerous right now?
They got a lot of skill. I think they obviously that top end talent over there can really make plays, and slow the game down or kind of speed it up too. They can do whatever they want. And, they're a good team, so we got to stay on top of them and really focus on D, and then we'll get our offense after that.
Chad, is there an easy way to just keep the outside noise out and focus on yourself? Every game it seems that it's escalated in stakes, but how have you guys done that the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been kind of trying to handle it game by game. I think for us these past 10 or so games have been super important, and it feels like every game, the next game's the biggest of the year. So we got to come ready to play, and I think we've done a good job of that. But we got to finish this out.
Talk about your line. You guys have played really well.
Yeah, I mean, I think those two guys are obviously great players, and I think it's easy to play with them. They make a lot of plays. They forecheck hard. We get pucks back, and can kind of let the skill take over from there. So, over the past 2 games, I think it's been good, and we got to continue that tonight.
And then obviously, it must have felt good to get out for Shayne like that.
Yeah, it's nice to score and contribute to the team's success. I think that's always fun, makes it feel a lot better. And but tonight it doesn't really matter who scores. It's about winning the game. So we're going to go out there and do our best.
Did you have Alex Lyon kind of in mind all along for this, or?
Not necessarily. Kind of want to see how things played out the other day. And Alex has shown to respond pretty well with a little reset. And those resets have been James Reimer start. So it'll be Alex Lyon tonight, and then we'll kind of reevaluate and go from there.
And Andrew Kopp, encouraging at least to see him, but
Yeah.
not, same skaters, right?
He's going to take warm up tonight, so there's a chance he's still not completely comfortable. Still dealing with a lot of swelling, but he's going to take warm ups tonight. We'll feel from there. Same lineup if he cannot go.
Newsy, the top 6 was challenged to produce offensively before the Penguins game. They have since then. How important has that been to you guys still having hope?
Yeah, of course. Your top guys on any team, you need them to produce. And that group has, the last 2 games, obviously, we scored a lot of goals, and it's come from that group. So, of course, you can give yourselves a chance, especially this time of year, some of your top guys.
How much of a difference can the atmosphere inside this building make tonight?
Very good, always. The atmosphere here has been remarkable for the 2 years I've been here. And I even referenced last year when, obviously, we didn't quite have the same team after the deadline, and we still had energetic crowds. We still found ways to win games down the stretch. So this is new territory for our fans too, to be involved this late with these meaningful games, and they've certainly shown up, and hopefully a boost tonight.
What's your biggest focus when looking at Montreal right now for the next 2 games?
Not giving them easy offense. They're a very, very talented team. They're very assertive and aggressive offensively. They scored a lot of goals of late. They have guys that can make plays. If you're going to give them easy offense, it'll be long for us. Played them twice. It was a long time ago, but both games were extremely even, and both games, rightfully so, went to overtime. So, again, it's going to be about us playing our game, not giving them any easy offense.
Do you, just presume everybody knows how crucial tonight's game is? Do you put any complicated math equations on the board, or just no?
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And we're in a situation where I think we know we need 2 full points. No different than probably where we were at our last game in Toronto.
Derek, you've got several guys in this room who have been through this before. Where have you seen the impact from guys like Comfort, Perron, Sherrod?
Poise, not getting too high or too low in moments, and this has been hard to do with the huge ups and downs. Even the other night in Toronto, obviously we build a 4-1 lead. We come out of the second period. Again, I did not hate our 5-on-5 game. We only gave 2 chances against 5-on-5 in the second, but we blow a 3-goal lead, and I just think there was a calming effect, and we played a very good road third period to get us at least a point in overtime. So I just think them handling every situation with some confidence and some poise.
Does the last week almost feel like a playoff series in some ways, like navigating the highs and lows, the ensuing off days, the game after?
100%. It's felt like this. Games have been very heavy, which is awesome. It's exactly why one of our major goals going into the season was meaningful games as late as possible. It doesn't get any later than 81. And these are heavy games, but it's not only the games being heavy, it's how you handle those emotions. I mean, you just walk right through, or again, I don't want to sound repetitive, but we beat Tampa such a high on the road. We play a great game against the Rangers, don't win. Buffalo, huge high. Maybe our best game in 2 months was against Washington. I mean, we almost outchanced them 3-1. We probably win that game 8 or 9 out of 10 times, and we lose. The low that is. So it's just us, not only the heavy games, it's us managing the emotions, what happens within the games, and those off days.
We
Have
asked
you
those
seen,
guys about their championship pedigree, winning cups, and what it takes to get into the playoffs. You won cups. What can you take from your experience in these last 2 games, and what have you taken in this last stretch the way?
I think what's brought us some success with narrowing our focus, just, not thinking outcome. Obviously, if you're going to think outcome, you're ready to just want the 4 points. But narrowing your focus, our objective is a good start against a good team, and we've done that of late. Our starts have been very good, and we need a good start tonight.
With these games, just the pressure increases with each game. How have you seen Edvinson's reaction to his poise and just how he's dealing with all his pressure situations?
Excellent. His play has been a huge bright spot in this stretch. We talk about the importance of these new meaningful games so late in the season for everyone, especially for someone like that who just joined us, pretty much post-deadline there. So, huge for him, and we've asked a lot of them. We've played him in our top 4, matching up against top 6 opponents, especially, Toronto. That's a different animal, top 6, and he handled himself extremely well.
Derek, what were your expectations of him? Were you guys planning on playing him in the top 4, or just play it by ear a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I think, the Wally lower body injury kind of made it easy. But he's solidified himself there. He's exceeded some expectations. And again, the play with the puck, the poise, it's there. But I could give him a lot of credit for how he's defending, getting stops, being hard, that long stick. So obviously, a big positive.
It's a similar question, but relating to Lucas Raymond, and we've talked about how he's developed this season, all season long, but the way he sees the moments and come up big when you guys need him, what does that say about where he's at with his game?
I think it speaks volumes for him. He's been building his game for 2 years. It's been impressive to watch, and when these games are in another level of intensity, he's elevated. Intensity, he's finishing. He's been out there in some 5-on-6 situations. I've used him on the penalty kill with Cop being out. Been excellent.
What's allowed him to do that? Is it the extra strength, the muscle he
I
put
think
on?
so. I think he's naturally just, again, that good rookie year. He's still a 19-year-old body. And you just see last year, you could just tell his energy. There were some nights he just didn't have energy. He'd lose weight within the season. He'd lose weight within a week. It's just, I think, his body asking a lot of this schedule. When had an unbelievable off season, just add that added strength. You find yourself just winning a few more battles throughout the 200 feet of the rink, and all of a sudden he gets more chances. Just a huge positive for him.
Does it make you wonder how much higher he can push his ceiling in the years ahead? Like he seems like he might have legitimate star potential.
For sure, you hope to keep driving, and it's credit to him. I think as an organization, I think we had some difficult conversations post-season last year with expectations of what we wanted from him out of his off-season. Not only did he do that, he even exceeded that, so that's a very good sign, his maturity.
When you're playing one of these games against a young team that doesn't have maybe as much to play for this season, like what are the pitfalls of a game like that where you got kind of young...
Easy offense. Just watching them back. They transition unbelievably well. They're one of the top rush teams in the league. If you're going to give them those rushes, you're going to give them those looks. They're creative. The boys are going to see a transition, pull up, 60-foot backhand pass, backdoor tap in. Like that's just a young team growing. It's a challenge to be able to check them, to be able to be above them, and not give them easy offense. That'll be the challenge tonight.